news, guys. The 20 hours restriction on supplementary employment in the United Kingdom has been lifted for the next 6 months. It means that this allows people to work more than the 20 hours cap, without violating the condition on their visas. And the amazing thing is that this particular exemption is valid for the next 6 months. By August 2023, this will be reviewed to see if it's okay for this exemption to continue, or it's the government is going to put an end to it. So I'll be sharing with you guys in full detail what this is all about, how you can work more than 20 hours in the United Kingdom. And if you think it's interesting, don't go anywhere, keep watching till the end. And if you're coming across my channel for the first time, this is an amazing platform where you're going to learn a lot. Click on the subscribe button to join the amazing growing family, and also click on the like button on this video so it can get to as many people as possible. And for my returning subscribers, I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So let's get right into the video. A couple of weeks ago, the Home Office announced a change to the supplementary employment rules for sponsored workers on the health and care worker visa. The change lifted the 20-hour cap on supplementary employment, meaning health and care workers are now permitted to work in a second job for as many hours as they like without updating their visa, providing the extra job is also eligible for the health and care visa. Now, the truth is, many of the visa categories in the United Kingdom, especially for those who have been sponsored by an organization, there's usually a 20 hours cap on their visa. And one of the things that the UK government has decided to do in order to manage the shortage of occupation, the lack of personnel or human resources to take up some of the jobs in the health and care sector, is that it allows people who are currently on the healthcare visa to be able to work more than 20 hours on their second job. Now, I recently got my skilled work visa as a data analyst in the UK, and one of the things I read on my on the letter I got that shows that my visa has been approved is the fact that as a data analyst, I can only work 20 extra hours on the same job role as a data analyst with another organization, or I can work 20 hours more on a job that is on the shortage occupation list. It means that I can't take up another full-time job, because I've heard people have asked me so many of these questions in my Instagram, and the truth is, if you're currently sponsored by an organization, just like those who are on the student visa, your university is sponsoring you, you can only work 20 hours. Same with a skilled worker also. A particular organization is giving you a full-time job to work at least 37.5 hours per week. It means that you can only work an extra job, you can only take up an extra job and work part-time for 20 hours. So for those of you asking me in my DM that, can I take up 2 or more full-time jobs since I'll be working from home? The answer is no. You can't take up 2 full-time jobs while you are on a tier 2 visa. If you're on a dependent visa, yes, there's no limits, there's no restrictions to those on a dependent visa. However, if you're the primary applicant for the skilled work visa or the healthcare visa, you can only take up an extra job from another employer for 20 hours. Now, this is the existing rule for those who are also on the health and care visa. However, in February 2023, the UK government the Home Office decided to lift this 20 hours cap, allowing people on the health and care visa to take extra employment, to take up another employment with another organization and work more than 20 hours. Now, there are a lot of things that are tied to this exemption, which I will be mentioning later in this video. However, that's the latest update as regards working more than 20 hours in the United Kingdom while on the health and care visa. And for those of you that are trying to switch into employment, or probably you're a professional and you're trying to get you're trying to get internship or job role in your field before you get sponsorship on that particular field, then you need to keep watching this video as I will share with you some other important video. Now, if your extra job is not eligible for the health and care work visa, you can still work up to 20 hours a week if the job is in a shortage occupation. Now, this is how it works. Now, if you want to work more than 20 hours while on an healthcare visa, then you need to ensure that the job you are taking up is also eligible for the health and care visa. So this is what I mean. You're currently on the health care visa, you're working as a care assistant with a particular care home or care agency, and you want to take up another job. Now, the job you'll be taking up should be a job that's eligible for the health and care visa in the UK, and you can work more than 20 hours on this. However, if you're looking for another job that doesn't tally with your current occupation code, then you can't work more than 20 hours. You can only work maximum of 20 hours in the UK. So this is what I mean. You're an healthcare assistant and you want to take up a job as a data analyst with another organization. You can only do that job. You can only do that job if you first and foremost, you need to confirm if the data analyst job is part of the shortage occupation. If it's not, then you can't take up the job. You need to check out some of the jobs. I made a video on that in my previous videos on this channel. Check out the job or go on gov.uk. Check out the jobs that are on the shortage occupation list and see if you can take up those jobs. Now, for instance, you want to take up a job, let's say as an HR personnel. You can't work as an HR personnel in addition to your care job because the HR is not part of the shortage occupation. So there's a lot of restriction for those on healthcare visa. However, if you want to work more than 20 hours, then it has to be within your healthcare job. Now, if the supplementary job does not have to be licensed, does not have to be with your licensed sponsor, and the Home Office does not need to be informed of the additional work as long as it follows the guideline outlined above. So if you're going to work on 20 hours with our organizations, that the job you are getting is also in alignment with is eligible for the health and care visa, then you don't need to inform your employer, your primary employer, or the Home Office. You can just take out the job and start working. However, you will need to apply to update your visa if you're going to either one, get a job that is not eligible for the health and care worker visa job in a shortage occupation, or you want to work more than 20 hours in a job in a shortage occupation that is not eligible for the health and care visa, then you definitely need to ensure that you update your visa and not get yourself into trouble, because doing that, it means that you're going to be going against the condition on your visa. Now, the exemption has been introduced for an initial period of 6 months and will be reviewed in August 2023. So that's the update on this. There's going to be like a review on this particular exemption in August 2023. So if you're currently on healthcare visa, good news, you can work more than 20 hours as much as the job is also part of is also eligible for the health and care visa. Now, I've got a lot of questions from people over the past few weeks that, I'm currently on the healthcare visa. However, I want to go back to my profession. I want to go back to what I studied in the university. The truth is, it's going to be very challenging, especially if that profession you're talking about is not under the shortage occupation. So if your profession is under the shortage occupation, you can always try to get a part-time job that you can work for 20 hours with the organization while building your experience in that your professional job field, or you get an employment on that particular profession you're talking about and make sure they are willing to sponsor you so you can update your visa from the health and care visa down to the skilled work visa, which is very challenging. And I'll tell people who are, I know a lot of people who have finished their master's program in the UK and are currently on the care visa, and I tell them it's very important for you to ensure that while you're doing this care, you're also trying to move back to your profession, because the moment you do care job for 5 years, you already have over 5 years employment gap, and most of the employers in the UK are more concerned with your work experience even more than your credentials or your academic qualification. So if you're on the care visa, then you need to start looking out for employment or job roles under the shortage occupation that might fit into your future career plans, and start applying and start looking for a way to get 20 hours internship to build your work experience with them, so that if you're ready to look for a full-time job in that particular field, you would know you are going there with adequate skills while also seeking and bargaining to get sponsorship from them, so you can switch to the health and care visa. So this is that about the exemption as regards this particular ability to work more than 20 hours on the health care visa. So the current guidelines state that from 27 August 2023, sponsored health and care workers will only be able to do up to 20 hours additional paid work without updating their visa. So if you find this video useful, please click on the like button. Please ask your questions in the comment section, and if you're coming across my channel for the first time, please guys, click on the subscribe button to join the amazing Go family. And for my returning subscribers, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So this will be the end of this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you.